Morning, Ryan.
Yahweh is an ever-increasing revelation.
Yeah.
From yesterday when Sharon asked me to share something till now, he has kept on speaking to me and increasing like more in revelation. Like I think he's done like telling me what to share, and he tells me more and more and more. And like I can't contain it. It's too much. So I'm just gonna share what he told me now. He's basically said we need to bring ourselves to be conscious more of creation and his creation. Yes. Because it ties into what the other words I will preach today, but we need to be more conscious of creation and just he revealed to me the ways he used creation to help his sons, or the way his sons use creation, like throughout the Bible. For example, in I don't know which chapter it was in the Bible, but he used a donkey to talk to Balaam, right? Yeah. He used a river to make sure when Moses was born, he was in a basket in a river. He used that river to protect Moses until he was found. He used he plagued the Egyptians with his creation with plagues like locusts and things like that. Like it's just all part of his creation. And he said to me that his sons were given the authority. Adam had authority over creation. He was given authority over creation in the garden. He named all the animals and he was given dominion over creation. And Yahweh wants to remind us that we still have authority and dominion over creation. Yes. We need to start using it, like how the revelation of we have been, the angels assist us, how we now use the angels wherever we are in our daily lives. We need to use creation, and we need to be more aware of creation to aid us, to assist us, because we have given dominion over. That's why creation is where it is, because the sons have not stepped up to use their authority to put things in their place. There's many situations where Jesus spoke to the wind, he spoke to the water, and he put it in its place.
Come on, man.
I can't remember, there was a story of, you told us a long time ago, there was a son who, there was a tsunami coming for an island, and he stood up and he declared over it. He put creation in its place, and he said the tsunami will not touch this island, and the tsunami was diverted. The sons need to do things like that, and it's just the vibration that the sons carry is what creation picks up. And he said like, for example, when you talk to you have like, and if you have pets, you talk to your dog, it knows when you are sad, it knows when you are happy, because it can pick up on your vibrations. A parrot that mimics something picks up on its vibration. It mimics a person talking, it mimics anything, it picks up on that vibration and it replicates it. And it's amazing. And more examples of the sons using his creation is David, when he fought Goliath, he picked up stones. Stones was creation. They followed Yahweh's will, and the stones was commanded by his son, which was David, and he defeated Goliath.
Amen.
And as Yahweh was talking to me about that, I was a reminder of the song. If the stones were made to worship, so will I.
Exactly.
And that's just,
we heard it.
Yeah, that song. I just was a reminder of that song while Yahweh was speaking. And he gave me a word on transfiguration while Dion was sharing. He said, as a being, or as something matures, it transfigures. It transfigures when you are a child, and as you grow up, you transfigure to more maturity. Like an eagle, for example, an eagle, when it transfigures itself, when it rips off its beak and its wings, and it transfigures, and then it can fly to greater heights. Or like a caterpillar who goes in a cocoon, gets transfigured, and then it has the ability to fly. Things like that. And Yeshua as well, he went up to the mountain and he was transfigured, and he performed even more numerous miracles as he was transfigured. So I was just reminded of that.
Wow.
And Paul as well was transfigured. Paul was transfigured. He lost his vision when he gained his vision, and he was transfigured over the years, and he wrote so many books of the New Testament. He was amazing. And it reminds me of one of the first miracles Jesus performed. He was invited to a banquet, and he talked to the water, which is creation, the mem, and he transfigured the water into the wine. He put his vibrations on the water, and it transfigured into wine. It changed its state, and he said the water is one of the only things of matter that can change its state. It can be a liquid, it can be a solid, it can be a gas, it can be anything. And Jesus transfigured that. And yeah.
Wow, thank you, Yahweh.
Yeah, and then like another example, a while ago, you mentioned there was an experiment that was done with two instances of water. One instance of water was spoken negatively over, and that water picked up the vibrations. What was that person casting over it? Was casting negativity and doubt and all bad things over it, so that water transfigured into something negative. But the water that was spoken positive over picked up on its positive vibrations, and it was. And that water was positive, it brought healing, it was transfigured into its pure state. So the sons have that ability, the sons of glory have the ability and the authority and dominion to take control over creation and put it in its rightful place. And more revelation Yahweh gave me this morning was, it was in Mark 4 verse 35, when Jesus was on a boat with his disciples, and there was a storm. There was a storm that came over the lake or the sea, and his disciples were panicking, and they were like wondering, "Where's Jesus? Where's Jesus?" Like, because they did not have the revelation of and the authority to put creation in its place. And they woke Jesus up, and Jesus said, "Do you have no faith?" And he said to the sea, he said, "Peace be still," or depending on whatever translation it said, "Quiet, be still." And Yahweh told me to go and look into the Hebrew translation of that, so I did. And it translates to something, but in it's like a sentence with three phrases to it. In the middle of that sentence, he says, what did he say? He said, "Tav, hey, yud, hey." And it was so prophetic, because it sounds like he's saying a part of Yahweh's name, and he's saying Tav. And he didn't say Yod He Vav He, because Yeshua was the connection. He was the Vav. So he didn't have to say Vav. He said Tav, He, Yud, He. So it's like he was saying to the storm, Tav is the cross. Tav is the finished work. So it's like he was calling out to Yahweh and telling him that the storm has ceased. It is no more. So he was telling the storm to be finished. And I was reminded again of the Israelites when they marched around the walls of Jericho. The vibrations of their worship, of their voice, that is what crumbled the walls of Jericho. That is what the walls could not withstand his glory, his praises, the vibrations of the sons. Walls cannot withstand it. It had no choice but to crumble, under the weight of his glory. And as well, when his disciples were fishing and they could not catch anything, Jesus walked up to them and he put his vibrations, he spoke over the water and the fish, and the fish picked up his vibrations and they moved to that side. He told his disciples, "Cast your nets on the other side." When they did that, they caught a multitude of fish. Multitudes, like it was just there the whole time. Again. Again, Yahweh, Yeshua, I'm just reading my notes, this is all what Yahweh spoke to me. Yeshua, when Yeshua, again, he commanded over creation, when he went to a fig tree and it did not bear fruit, he cursed the fig tree. What did the fig tree do? It shriveled up. because it was commanded by the authority that Yahweh, that Yeshua had.
Yeah.
And he commanded that fig tree to be, he cursed the fig tree to be shriveled up. And it obeyed because creation is under the authority and power of the sons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was reminded of, again, in the I don't know if it was the 1800s, 1700s, people used, when they did not have phones and communications, they used birds, they used pigeons to deliver messages. They used pigeons and birds to deliver messages. They wrote a message, they gave it to the bird, and that bird flew. It knew exactly where to go. It knew exactly where to go to deliver that message. That message was delivered and it returned a message if needed be. I was just reminded of that. It was so profound. That,